another each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
I'm 5 minutes early, aren't I? Oh, good afternoon. It's all right. I don't think anybody really looks at those anyway. I don't know. I think some people do. I'm not sure. I don't really ask and nobody says anything, so keep it what it is. Happy Saturday. Snowing here in Colorado. I'd say we need the moisture, but I don't know that we really do. Good afternoon, Chris. It's good to see you. Light went out. My light bulb went out. So, hi, Ingrid. Good to see you. Yeah, so I had a little different lighting situation today, but I don't know. I like it. I think it's I think it's better than the other lighting. It's happy Saturday. I still need a little wakey up juice. Yeah, I think I pissed off my wife. All I did was wake up. So, I have a problem with the kids right now, so I pick on them. Okay. But when you use the dryer, here's the thing. I will know, I've had so many roommates. I will notice when you don't do something. Like empty the lint tray. Okay. These are little things that if you don't do them, then I know you're a lazy fuck. And it bothers the hell out of me because I'm not picking up after you. I don't care if you're my child or not. I'm not doing it. So that's kind of what we go through here. Anyway, I'm glad I'm married too. I'd never make it without her. She probably has a right to be upset with me. I'm sure I did something. I'll figure it out. But it will get taken care of. We're not fighting. So we don't fight. But I can tell when she needs time and that I should stay away. Okay. Because sometimes I go through things. This happens quite often where I go through things and I will take it out on her. All right. So this works both ways. I am not upset with her. I'm not. But that makes it my turn. We're going through a lot. We're going through a lot of financial crap right now. And, we lost our Medicaid. A lot of different things going on. So there's a lot of pressure on her. And she takes care of a lot. So when she's home, I don't really ask her to do much. I try not to. I try and take care of the housework and stuff. Anyway, all right. So each day is a new beginning, right? It's it's kind of like every day we're waking up and it's the first day of your brand new life, and this isn't always fun. It's kind of like Groundhog's Day, the movie, right? Where we get up and we tend to repeat what we did the day before, right? With prayer, meetings, I go live. We have some consistency in our lives of things that we do each day, okay? But every day that I wake up, I'm a new person. I'm not the person that I was yesterday anymore. Okay, and this is progress. This is growth that we go through every single day. Okay. Now, you're probably not even going to notice it. you may not notice, we tend to be the last people that knows any change that goes on inside. I know I'm one of them, and I do a lot of internal. I look inward a lot. But I'm not always looking for change. What I'm looking for is to see if I'm wrong with something. What are my intentions? Um, a good place to do that is, with resentments. So, there is a reading to this. February 10th. Until now, we may have equated the idea of beginning again with a previous record of failure. All right. I'm reading from A Day at a Time, this Hazelden. So sometimes we think that we are starting again because we have failed, and that is not true. It's not true anymore. Why are we starting again? But because we achieved what we were supposed to. That's why we're starting again. Because we have taken this and gone further. Okay? This isn't necessarily so, like students who finish grade school and begin again in high school. Yeah. Or like when you get a promotion or something like that. Okay? So a lot of what we go through, and it can be tough for us because this is good stuff. And sometimes we're like, well, the question becomes, do I deserve this good stuff? That's the question that ends up going through a lot of our heads. Do I deserve this good stuff? Yes, you do. Yeah. And in the beginning, it's hard to accept. Just do it. Yeah. Okay. We start from by building on our failures. Okay. But after a while, we start building on our successes. Either way, you're going up. Either way, you're going up. So even a failure is a success, depending on your attitude, depending on how you take it. Okay? If you learn from it and move forward, that failure can be a success. Do you know how many times I have failed to get to the club? A lot. A lot. Or workers who find new ways to use their abilities. Our beginnings must not be tinged with a sense of failure. You woke up sober. Guess what your first success is? You're already sober. You're not hungover. Okay? Because see, when we drink and we wake up, we're still drunk. We have that much. I had that much alcohol in me. Okay? When I woke up, I was still drunk. So for me, waking up sober is a big deal. It is my first success, considering I've just had nightmares about how I've been drinking and everything else. Okay? So when I wake up in the morning, I need that success because my brain has already started working against me before I start waking up. In a sense, every day is a time of beginning again. What does that bring us back to? It brings us back to living a day at a time. Living a day at a time is probably our most important saying. Everybody in the world uses it. Everybody uses it. Keep it simple. Silly. Some people will call it keep it simple, stupid. Some people call it keep it simple, sweetheart. I go with silly because I don't think sweetheart quite gets it. There has to be a little connotation in there that we're not doing the right thing. That's the point. Okay. These are all AA sayings that are used in the world. Serenity prayer. AA. We need never look back with regret. Life is not necessarily like a blackboard that must be erased because we didn't solve the problems correctly, but rather a blackboard that must be cleaned to make way for the new. Am I grateful for all that has prepared me for this moment of beginning? Sometimes when we go through arduous things in life, it's a preparation for something that is coming. God did this with me. He did it with my PTSD. See, what had happened was I had my panic attack and I was inside a lot. You kind of all know the story. And I started this, and what I started doing was helping people online. And then Corona came along. And I feel like that really prepared me for Corona and what was going to happen. And so I started teaching people how to stay home without killing each other. Yeah. So sometimes we're going through something and we don't understand that God is preparing us for what's to come. So one thing I've noticed is this camera does not like this lighting. It can't handle the layers. I'm going to have to switch back to my other camera. Today I pray, may I understand that past failures need not hamper my new courage or give me a murky cast to my new beginnings. Yeah. Doesn't matter what it is. Let it go. Let it go. It's now in the past. Now in the past. It was yesterday's. Okay. And what they're talking about here, in what we call it, is resting on our laurels. And resting on our laurels, it does, in a sense, mean that we're sitting on our butt doing nothing, in a sense. But the literal meaning of it is taking yesterday's successes for today. That is a much different meaning than sitting on our butts. It tells us something. It gives us direction. It's a statement of something that we need to do. May I know from the examples of others in the program that former failings, once faced and rectified, can be more solid foundation for a new life than the easy come success. Today I remember feelings can be footings for recovery. Because your feelings are valid, and your feelings are a great way to discover what's going on, as long as we ask the right questions. Well, why am I feeling this way? What is it that I'm trying to get out of this? See, I usually found that there's a fear in there, a fear of mine, fear that I'm going to lose what I want, or fear that I'm going to lose what I already have. And it always comes down to that. Okay? It's almost always selfish if there's a fear involved. Okay? Now, there are healthy fears. There are healthy fears out there. All right? There's even some things called like reasonable expectations. Yeah, there's reasonable expectations. Sure. All right. I think that's going to be it for now. I'm sure I'll be back a little bit later. We will see. I have my 3 o'clock meeting. So, all right. Thank you all for being here. I love you. Have a great Saturday. Peace out and have a day. Bye-bye.